And welcome back into channel. Fox and Grey is not here, we killed him. Easy now, untwist the titties. I'm alive and well. Just yanking your chain. Just leaving Starry Yar from where I left off. In chapter Starry Yar. Right when the server reset on me. And if you're a newcomer just joining in on the journey, link is in description. You can start from the beginning if you choose. And if you're wondering why I'm creeping around, well, there's a base under construction in that tin blue door. And it's raid weekend, and the server's crawling with player. I have absolutely zero interest in raiding at the moment. However, I'm not adverse to catching someone sneaking around. I'd love to put a freedom seed into someone's head right now. When I came through there last, there wasn't a secure door. All there was the foundation for a gate, flagpole kit deployed in the middle of the floor, and a tent blocking the door. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with this golden Diego. It may have value, I'm not quite sure. I'll hold on to it for a little longer until it becomes a problem. I already can't run hands-free unless I do some inventory shuffling. Too bad it didn't have a suppressor. But back to more pressing issues, which direction am I going to go? I'm going to point her south and head down to the main road that runs east to west along the northern edge of the map. Once on the main road, ultimately, I want to head to Solnichny. There's a new armory there, and I would like to check it out. So I don't know if we're going to go south, southeast, or east. But eventually, we'll end up in Solnichny. One day. This road ahead of me isn't the main road. This would be like a secondary artery around the cities. Across this road, this ridge is pretty steep, all the way along, east to west. However, I just happen to know of a little gap that I can squeeze through. I call this pass the Crack of Dawn. It's got a little bush at the head, and when you come through in the morning, all you can see is the dawn. I thought I heard a helicopter crash just as I was loading in. I would say that is it. And the infected are still standing and calm. What's that? Shrub. I must be close enough to activate the render of the infected around the helicopter, because they're not there on their own unless there's someone to see it, or is someone else down there. I'm wondering how far it is from here to that crash. I'm saying 550 to 600 meters, estimating. I would say if it's over 600 meters, I did not generate those infected. Under, it's all me. 575, approximate. Well, there it is. I'll take historical data as a sign that I, in fact, have generated those infected. As well, the ones in Kamensk, if there's any. I'm only about 600-700 meters away from that as well. Oh, well, that's interesting. Very interesting. As is that. Livonia Tower. There's a four-wheel drive over there as well. Alright. It's driving me absolutely batshit crazy that I can't run hands-free. Time to put this Diego away. Shuffle some room. Might have to eat some inventory, but we'll get it in there. Chronicles, and above it, Chronicles military. Let's take a look and see how far it is down into town. 690 just beyond the market. Well, I could hang up here all damn day and wait for someone to clear that crash, or I can go push and explore that radio tower over on the hill just to my southeast. I really don't see any signs of life, but that doesn't mean nobody's over there. And I'll never know if I don't go over and check. So, pitter patter, let's get at her. The direction of that hill, where the tower is, takes us right to the edge, the southern edge of Chronicles. We'll have to be very sharp, keep an eye out. Well, there's the road sign, the edge of town. That's the red trail. Well, none of the windows appear boarded up, so I don't think anyone's based here. Just listening for movement, but I hear nothing. Well, this location does have potential. You could turn. However, it's smack dab on the marked trail on the map, which means people will be walking it quite frequently. Not to mention, this radio tower sticks out like a sore thumb. People are naturally going to want to come and check it out, as did I. What in the world? This looks cool. Let's go see. Plantation mansion with a large platform. This looks very cool. I don't want anyone sneaking up and getting a drop on me as I explore this place, so I'm going to lock 2 of the 3 doors. I'll leave the terrace door open. And a little bit of a medical and a repair station. I can use that gun cleaning kit. The suppressor just does not want to stay clean. That's a lot of high-tech equipment. Explains the large radio tower up the top of the hill. Yep, this resort was definitely militarized. Probably used by high-level officials. What in the pool patio party is going on? I don't know what this area is, but it's magnificent. Hell of a view. Multi-layer. Giant barbecue, pool, food. Interesting. Come on, pork chop, suck it in. You can do it. Just had to grease the sides a little. A sickle, gloves, and barbed wire. Sociopath closet. And we even got some firearms. What are we doing with firearms on the balcony? Doing some skeet shooting or some sniping? And what have we here? A modded base, perhaps? I'll have to go check that out. It's on the way anyway. On the way anyway. You know what I mean. Well, indeed, it's an absolute beauty of a building. I should like to come back when I'm not so busy looking for someone to kill. I totally jest, of course. I'm not out to kill anybody. I'm out to survive for as long as possible in this hostile land. However, with that said, I won't hesitate to remove someone that's in my way. Sevolgrad. I think I should head that way. That base I seen in the distance, it's in that direction. Right there. That building is also in Novodimitrievsk, another city that I'd like to go visit. Slow and steady on approach. After all, this is raid weekend. We may just interrupt someone doing the very same thing we're doing. Creeping up. Well, that's slightly smaller than I'm used to seeing. Perhaps it's sunk into the ground. Maybe it's subterranean. I wonder if you can access it, the lower levels. And it is a custom base, all right. If indeed this is an active base, not only do I have to watch out for players lurking around, but landmines and tripwires. Oh my. And there's all the confirmation I needed. Someone is in fact occupying that base. If indeed that is an active base, I better check and see how close I am. I don't want to come up on their ping. I'd like to be at least 300 meters out. And I'm short. Gotta pull back a little bit. If this turns out to be a faction base, I could be swarmed and overwhelmed. Solo, duo, I have a fighting chance. Yeah, I know I'm getting closer instead of further. However, I need to confirm that there's construction. So far, I've just seen the canopy tent. And I might be a little nervous for nothing. Nope, there's the confirmation. That's a constructed gate. Pull back. Uh, 286, still a bit shy. Pull back a little bit more. Now, if I was planning on raiding these fellas, this would be my FOB, my forward base of operation. It's around this location. I'd set up some stashes full of C4, improvised cases, and detonators. However, now in the moment, I've undoubtedly tripped their ping, and they'll trace my steps out of it. So now I think I'm going to rotate counterclockwise around their position, see if I can't get a better look at a different angle. That there's a lot of open ground to be covered. Best be sure no one's watching. Take a look back up the mountain, make sure no one's watching me from up there. Wouldn't that be something? There are sniper rifles up there after all. No, well, that's interesting. Look to the left of my screen. I have a yellow connection error, and it dips into the red. I do believe someone just logged in that base because I tripped their ping. Judging by what I see, it may be a base under construction. I can't see any building other than what was at the front gate. And their perimeter looks very accessible. I could probably parkour in. But like I said, at the moment, absolutely no desire to raid. Just explore. As I am well within the rules to raid, I do now have a locked perimeter base with a flag, visible to the public. I think I'll just continue my rotation counterclockwise and put me between that base and Sovelgrad. And the more I look at this base, the more I'm convinced it's just under construction. It's really not ready to be raided. Now, the trip to Sovelgrad is no easy feat in itself. Sovelgrad is a large city, probably the 5th largest on the map. And I do know that there's a fight club right in the middle of town. Could be a high point of traffic, especially with this base in such close proximity. I should be very cautious and purposeful in every movement from here on out. And for the love of God, don't forget to check your flanks before you move. That rail is the east to west line. It runs above Sovelgrad. There's a train station there as well. Don't forget to make frequent stops. Stop, look, and listen. And above all else, when you're moving, keep your crosshairs in the center of your screen and use your camera button to look around. This will help eliminate confusion if you get in trouble. You release your camera button and your view will default to where you first hit it, center of screen. This allows you for a quick orientation to your target. Just now on the edge of Sevelgrad. Well, that's interesting to say the least. Infected on the roof. And I just arrived. Can't possibly be generated from me yet. By the looks of things, most of the major roofs have infected on them. There's 2 on the cop shop. And what are you doing way up there? Here's a little impromptu advice for you. If you're in a situation where you can't use your scope on your barrel because it'll compromise your position, your rangefinder has a 2x scope. You will be able to zoom in a little bit. You can range your target and eliminate your sway. It's generally a good idea in practice anyway, as soon as you find a static position, to start taking ranges of different landmarks around you, so you'll mentally know on the fly how far, what building's what. Night's closing in pretty quick. Contemplating whether I want to go and snag a flat for the night or just camp right here on the hill. This hill is probably the safest place. Well, time to gather my leaves for my bed. Don't have much time until the server restarts anyway. And there you go. All right, see you on the next chapter.